Welcome guys to another Roni Kimoyo video, and this week we are going to be working on the Datsun 1200. It has a lot of problems. The engine doesn't idle very well, the plugs I think they're all, it needs a service. So this week that is what we are going to be doing. This car has a few problems that we are going to solve today. So if you can remember from our last video, this car, number one, when we came to see it for the very first time, it was smoking a lot. So I thought there was a problem with the spark plugs and the burning or the efficiency of the fuel being burned. To explain that a little bit more, it means that when the fuel is too much in the engine will run rich. When the pressure is too high, the engine will run rich, and when the pressure is too low, the engine will not run. So I don't know what the problem with this engine was. Was it running too high? But I came to find out later it was not the problem. So another problem that this car had, it used to run but only when the foot was on the throttle. I knew that the carburetor of this car is not okay. As you can see it right here, the carburetor is not okay. So to explain also on that is that a carburetor is where the air and fuel mixes so that it can go to the engine and get burned. So if the carburetor is not okay, if the carburetor has maybe too low pressure or too high pressure, the fuel mixture will not go sufficiently. So this car, the fuel is going a bit too much, so the engine will run, and I think there's a plug or somewhere that is. We are going to fix that. But later on, I did kind of a bad thing because I washed this engine with water. So I want to say the ignition system is damp, it's wet, the distributor has water. So the biggest problem in this situation is that when the water enters into the piston, and you know the air will also be there, here represented by coolant, that is the water will be represented in this image by the coolant. When the piston wants to compress back, the water will have nowhere to go. And because water is not compressible, it will lock the engine and it will have something called the hydro lock. This lock will cause the piston either to break all other places, and this will mean I will have to buy a new engine, which I'm hoping, please don't let me have to buy a new engine, because this is the reasons why I will have to buy a new engine. They can bend the rod, crankshaft can bend, it can bend a lot of things, it can even crack the head. That means a new engine. Today we are going to fix all those problems, and I also saw that this car, the battery is down, it's low on power, so we are going to fix every problem in this car, and we are going to, hopefully by the end of this video, this car will have a new floor in the interior. As you remember, the interior has a problem. It has also, it can run and idle very well, hopefully, and that we will do a service on it. So three things: we fix the floor, we fix the dampness and the water in the engine, and we do a full service, because I know it has been years since this car ever saw a service. So let's do that. So the first and the most important thing that you should remember, guys, is that before you work on a car, you have to disconnect the battery. It can cause a lot of things. And now I am removing the wires, or the spark plug wires, and of course you have to name them because you don't want to mix the wires while you're putting them there. So I named them from my right side, and it was 1, 2, 3 and 4 until the end. So the plugs were named, and also I continued to. So I went on to remove all the spark plugs, all the 4 of them, and for some reason that I don't understand, they were super tight. And once they came out, I want to show you right here. I came close to the camera so that you can see. These plugs were full of a dark substance. I'm assuming it's carbon, because this shows that the engine for sure was running rich. It was running rich. So I removed all the plugs. Now guys, if you can see right there, the spark plugs are out and it is very oily. But I think this oil is because of when you are putting in, you like to oil the seals so that it will not leak. But you can see that I have removed every single spark plug, and also I have removed the distributor cap, the wiring from the distributor to the plugs. I have removed everything. Basically, when I washed this car with water, that would be the system that was affected, because anytime you try to crank up the engine, it doesn't do anything. It just produces a little sound and then it shuts down. So maybe this is the areas that were damp. Now I've opened them up so that they can air dry, because right now I don't have a dryer by itself. So next, once the engine starts, then we will go to the distributor so that we can know about the oil pump, the fuel pump and everything. So for now, we are going to leave them there. And guys, I want you to come on this other side. I want you to see these plugs. I don't know if you can see them well. These plugs are, what can I say, dark. I don't know even if they are okay, because it's not just one. If it was one, I would say it's one cylinder that has a problem, but it is all the 4 of them, because this is an inline 4 engine. It's all the 4 plugs. So first of all, we are going to remove the coating, these carbon particles, because they are carbon. And once we remove them, we put them back into the engine once I feel like it has had enough time to dry, and then we will try to start it. But before we enter it, we are going to test if they have sparks. So and I have actually had to take another battery from another car, because the spare one that I bought was NS70, but this one uses a 045, if you can see here. So we have had to take another one, and if you can see this one, I don't know if you can see here, but it's supposed to be green, and the one that is from the car, it is red. So it means this battery needs some charging. So this car has a lot of things. And guys, I want to explain to you that when you are dealing with old cars, if you want to start dealing with old cars, just know you are going to find problems that you are not expecting. Like, I didn't know that the battery in this car was dead. I didn't know. So if you guys, as I was saying, if you are going to be dealing with such old cars, and I mean all the restoration cars, all of them, like the stuff is behind there, we are going to work on that on the next episode. This episode is to fix the engine of the Datsun 1200. You are going to find problems, and I will not lie to you. You are going to find problems that you did not expect, but you are going to find them. So let's continue working on this car. Let's see if it's going to start. If it doesn't start, we are going to buy new plugs, and I would say that is the best option.
The next day.
It's the next day, and the parts have arrived. Yesterday, we spent the whole afternoon, let me not say the whole day, putting this car apart, removing the plugs, everything. We found the plugs were full of carbon. So I had to do a few things that I would say will help this car start and run. The parts have arrived. As you can see here, I have Shell. This engine only takes 20W50, only 4 liters. So we have bought oil, we have brought brake fluid, oh yeah, we have brought a filter, an oil filter, some WD-40 for the oil, the rust and all that. And these were the most important ones, because this car needed new plugs, so we bought new plugs. And because it's an inline 4, it only needs 4. And I want to show you the difference between a plug that is full of carbon and a plug that is new. As you can see here, the other one was full of carbon. So it's just good if you are working on an old car, just buy new plugs, because you might try to think that the last ones are okay, but they are not actually okay. So today we are going to put the car back together, because yesterday we took it apart. Let's put them there, because yesterday we removed the intake system. So I have been looking for this. It has not arrived yet. This is the air filter. So when it comes, and this is the head of the distributor. I marked the places just to make sure that you don't misplace or misconnect the cables. So even the cables right here, the spark wires are also named. As you can see, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4 and number 1. So like if you see, this is number 1 right here. So I know even if it's not this side is for the plug. This one, because it's number 1, will connect to there. You see? So I will not forget and connect or misconnect the wires the way they are not supposed to be. So today we are just going to do reassembly, and This one is refusing to come apart. We are going to do reassembly of all these wires. What else? I don't think there's something else. All the rest are for the SAF. They arrived. So next week videos, I can promise you, we are going to be taking out the engine of the Toyota SAF. I'm so excited about it. I cannot believe that we are at a stage that the SAF behind me is going to come apart. We are going to look at the engine and fingers crossed or knock wood, I'm hoping that engine is okay. But this week is not about the SAF, it's about the Datsun. So, without talking a lot or speaking too much, we are going to open the latch. Make sure that it is okay. And guys, as I said, do not wash an engine with water. Because you see the amount of work I have had to do because of maybe a little bit of a mistake. Yes, I covered everything. But initially I was only to fix the carburetor because of the idle and to fix the starter because I am not sure it is okay, and charge the battery. The battery was charged. As you can see, I have not connected it. I took it yesterday, it got charged. I've opened the cap of the carburetor, that is the intake, this one. So yeah, today we are going to assemble, and hopefully guys, hopefully this car is going to start today. So finally we started the reassembly, and as I said guys, this car has a problem. So guys, another problem that you are going to find in such cars is like this. This is one of the screws that covers the distributor cap, and while tightening it, it has gone. It is gone. So we are going to have to look for another one. So I went and found another nut, and as you can see here, I was putting back all the spark plugs, and let me tell you, I made sure to make them as tight as I found them, because as you remember, as I said, when I was removing these plugs, they were so tight. So I said if they were tight at that point and the engine was not working so good, I made sure to make them so very tight. I also took all the wires, as it was good I had named them because it was so easy to bring them back, to put them back together. I also put them on the distributor, and finally the car was put back together. So guys, we are going to do some bad things, some makeshift jump starter to see if the engine is seized or it's okay. So I'm going to connect this, hoping it will not kill me. Let's see if it's going at least to crank, because yes, it cranks. It doesn't have a hydraulic lock, so the engine is okay. Oh my lord, that is nice. Okay. So I went on to give the car a full service. I changed the oil, and as I was putting new oil, I little bit kind of overfilled it, so it went everywhere, but we did the service, right? Finally, it was time to test if this car is going to start. And the first time, let me tell you, it did not start. And we are told if you fail for the first time, try again. So we did that. We tried for the second time, and it's also failed for the second time. But finally, for the third try, this engine started. It's alive! My God! It's alive! My God! Listen! Hey! The car is alive! Even if it's smoking a lot, we are going to fix that. But this engine, in the morning, it was not running. But now, the car is alive! It's alive! Oh, I cannot tell you how. But then, guys, this is my Shosho. She's helping me. So, the car is alive. But we let it run to temperature, and we will see. Maybe I've overfilled it, but We will see. Guys, I want to tell you how I can't explain how happy I am. This engine could not idle for the past I don't know how many months. So basically all we did was remove the liquid that I was telling you, change the spark plugs, change the oil. We have put new oil as you saw. Maybe the filter we did not change it, but right now, even if it's not idling the best, we are going to need to look at that carburetor. But right now I am not doing anything. Previously this engine would not run without you having the foot on the pedal. You have to be constantly holding this so that you can run. But right now I can rev it, as you see. I can rev it. It sounds okay, and it can still idle. Even if it's not the best idle ever, but it is idling. That is our goal check. I told you this video we are going to do a service change. We are going to fix the water that was inside the engine, and we are going to let this engine idle by itself. So it does that, and let me tell you, I am happy. I am actually very happy. My confidence was a bit low because it had given me a bit of stress, but right now this car, we can say mechanically it is almost okay. One thing that we have noted, this battery is dead. This battery, after even charging it for the whole night, it has not helped. We are having to start with another one, a bigger one, that one. We are having to jumpstart it so that this engine can start. I don't know if the alternator is okay or it's the battery that is not okay, but first of all, we are going to buy a new battery. The next video you are going to see, because we are going to be putting the floor on the interior of this video, of this car, but it is idling. Guys, it is idling. I cannot believe this. This is one of the happiest days of my life. So yeah,